For my fifth choice in our top 5 equipment, I picked the throwing knife simply because it's, well, one, it's, I don't know how to explain it, but you just throw it once and it kills them upon impact. There you go. And it's silent, so that's the good thing. The only thing is, it's not hard to aim, but just it's not as convenient as, say, a Semtex or a frag, which you can just pop into a room and or bank off a wall or something. For my fourth choice, I picked the C4. Its description pretty much says it all. Remote detonation explosive. It's pretty good because you can just lay it somewhere, or you can throw it in a room or through a window or something and kill people. And its blast radius is really big, so it makes for pretty good equipment. For my third choice, I picked Claymore, because, well, you just lay them there and walk away. You don't have to worry about them until they blow up, and you gotta place a new one. But other than that, they're one of the best equipment in the game because you can just leave them there. And the only downfall I don't like with them is that they don't blow up behind them. So let's say a guy's running in through a door, he manages somehow to get behind the C4, it won't blow him up, and that kind of sucks. And it just cheaps you out of a kill, so you don't want that. For my second choice, I picked the Semtex. I find this one a really good equipment because, well, it sticks to the other person, but its blast radius is way bigger than the frag grenade. The only downfall is that you can't bank it off the walls and throw it into a room as you would with the frag, which makes the frag a little more useful in that area. But other than that, it's still pretty good because its main thing is you want to get kills with it, and that's exactly what you do by throwing it near someone. For my number one choice, I picked the tactical insertion. This is a very underused equipment. Well, I guess in free-for-all it's kind of used because you got those boosters, which I hate, but it's always fun to go and hunt them. I like it because you can just put it where you want to spawn next, and it's very good for surprising other players because they have if they have no idea where you're spawning, it just really is really good. The only downfall is that if there's an enemy near you, you'll hear the zipper, the dreaded zipper sound that no one likes to hear. But it's also a good heads up for you because if you hear that sound, and you know there's someone around, so you can look around and start searching for them.
My fifth choice for my equipment is the frag. This is the cornerstone of equipment. Really the only piece of equipment in COD 4 if you think of it in the template that Modern Warfare has, because perks were used for equipment in COD 4. But I find this one to be alright. I mean, it's obviously the most basic piece of equipment you can get. You just pull the pin and throw it. I don't like it because I think too much when I do this. I never know how long to hold the pin, like hold the grenade, how long to cook it and throw it. Sometimes I cook it too long, it just explodes in the air, or I don't cook it long enough, the guy has time to throw it back at me and kills me. So that's why it's my fifth choice on my piece of equipment. Alright, so my fourth choice for equipment is the C4. I guess it kind of fits in right there, I guess, C4, my fourth choice. Anyway, it's remote detonation explosive. You just toss it somewhere, wait for someone to come by, and explode. Hit the detonator. I don't use it a whole lot. I'm not really one for using the quick throw and detonate technique. I think it's better for riot shield classes and I don't use the ride shield at all. But even if I was going to use it on any class, I wouldn't. I would probably just try to throw a Semtex and be like, "Oh, I have C4." So I wouldn't prefer to use this, even though it is my fourth choice. My third choice for equipment is a throwing knife. I don't use the throwing knife much, but when I do, it's really fun, to be honest with you. You throw it around, you try and get kills. Makes for good montage clips, I guess, since everybody tries to prove they can get good kills with a throwing knife. I think the best quality about the throwing knife is once thrown, you can get it back without using scavenger. You don't need scavenger. It does give you another throwing knife, but you don't need it. You can just run up to the guy. Even if you killed someone, you can just pick it back up. So that's the main quality about the throwing knife that makes it my top 3 choice. And yeah, my number 2 choice for equipment is the Claymore. Now the Claymore was in the first one, obviously. I used it even then. I find that this is a very good piece of equipment. You just leave it around. It guards your back. It protects from any rushers that are coming in from behind you. It's good to have 2 to block any second entrance or something. The only downside I find that makes it a little inferior to the Bouncing Betty in WoW or Boil at War or whatever is that the Bouncing Betty didn't have any form of something to give it away. Like the lasers on the Claymore make it easy to spot. And it's good because no one ever uses Scrambler Pro, so like that perk is completely useless. But yeah, the Bouncing Betty just had the little explosive was flashing. It was a lot harder to spot than the lasers in the Claymore, which I find is the only downside to the Claymore. Alright, so my number 1 choice for the equipment is the Semtex. The Semtex I find is good in almost any situation. It's like the sticky grenades in Halo. You throw it, it can get stuck to someone. It's pretty much an insta-kill unless they're killed before. It has a bigger blast radius than the frag, and as Ryan already pointed out, the only downside is that you can't bounce it off a wall or something like that because it'll stick. You also can't spam them because they'll explode in the air. So that's not something you want to do with it. But other than that, it has a good blast radius. It's good in any situation. You just gotta pull. I don't know what you do with it. Press a button, pull the pin, or throw it, and it just sticks to somebody or lands somewhere, and it can kill somebody from pretty far, even without danger close. So this is why it's my number 1 choice for equipment. All right, guys. This is just another message for the viewers. This is our last top 5 categorized weapon for Modern Warfare 2. The only other thing for top 5s that is coming up in Modern Warfare 2 is our overall, which will be included with gameplay. So another heads up just as to what we're going to be posting in the next couple weeks and months is related to Modern Warfare 2. We're going to have some nuke boost hunting. Anybody who's boosting for nukes, we're going to be hunting them. We're going to have some gameplay on that. We're going to have some gameplay plus commentary. It won't be machinima-like, but it'll be out there nonetheless. And then, not related to Modern Warfare 2, we're going to have some Saints Row 2 stuff. We're going to complete our activity guides and rewards. We're going to maybe do a walkthrough through the missions. And we're also going to do a tutorial on our top 10 things to do in Saints Row 2 because we get so many comments on how to do the steps that we just get so annoyed. And we put a FAQ on the description, frequently asked questions, but no one seems to read it. So we're going to put a full tutorial on how to do everything in there. And yeah, so we thank you guys for watching, and hope you have a good summer.